Pat Moschetti, New Providence, Madam Chair and freeholders. Just to piggyback off of what the gentleman just was saying, the recent Star Ledger article, assuming it's mostly correct, that the Morris County was proposing a 0% change in their county budget. So that can be done. They will be doing it. So if they can do it, I think Union County can do the same. My questions are the following. What number of current projects or departments are being eliminated in the next budget based on no longer being relevant? What number of current projects or departments will be downsized in the next budget due to budget constraints that we have? What number of current projects or departments will be given the same budget as last year? Are any new projects or departments being created in this next year's budget? If so, what are they and how much will they cost? And the last question is, what % of current projects or departments will see increases in their next budget? Thank you.
Thank you. County Manager?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a couple points to make. Just to clarify, the $19.2 million is a starting point. Our department heads, myself, our Director of Finance, and our Fiscal Committee is in the process of working very hard to find ways to decrease that number. We will continue to do that over the next couple of months. I can't give you the exact figure right now about how much percentage decrease there will be, but there will not be any increases in budgets for departments. Could I ask Director Taylor to discuss the cap issue?
Through you, Madam Chair. The comments regarding a hard cap, I'm really not familiar with that. The only cap that I'm familiar with is the cap relative to the 1977 cap that counties have to utilize, or the 2010 cap. Both caps are legal and utilized by counties, and point in fact, counties by and large have to use the lowest of the two caps. Each of the caps have exceptions, which are legally permissible by law. Those exceptions include debt service, capital, health expenses, extraordinary expense, and pension bills, and other categories such as your social service programs. Those are all legally permissible items within each of those various caps. And the county has to use whichever produces the lower tax levy. For the County of Union, historically, that lower levy is translated into the 1977 cap. As reflected in the county manager's budget that was presented to the board, the 2010 cap, which is dubbed the 2% cap, allows the levy to be increased to $324 million. Whereas the 1977 cap, which is a cap that we are utilizing, raises the levy to only $321 million. As the county manager stated, that levy is the starting point. We are working diligently to reduce that levy to have the least impact upon residents as possible. Point in fact, we are meeting with all of the department heads to review their budgets. And from a historical perspective, the operating budgets for most of the code departments have been relatively flat. The operations that they utilize to purchase their equipment and or run their programs, we've really looked at a hard line and reduced that throughout the years, as well as reducing the request for this year. I cannot tell you that we will get to a zero tax increase as some of the other counties have done, because point in fact, one of the considerations that we have to look at is the impact it would have on the bond rating. When the cap was implemented by Governor Christie, the bond rating agencies came out with a statement that essentially said by implementing the cap, it would have an adverse effect on your surplus. And we've seen that as a county as well as most of the municipalities. So I'll just sum it up essentially to let you know that we are working, and we're working within the legal confines of the two caps that we are bound to operate within.
I also saw the article in today's Star Ledger where the freeholders of Morristown were able to hold their budget to a flat tax, flat increase. And I was wondering what differentiates us as a county from them. They're able to achieve it, we're not able to achieve it. Finance Director B.B. Taylor was up here. She did explain a bit about it. Quite frankly, I would admit I didn't understand it. It sounded like a little bit of finance double talk, and I don't mean that to be categorizing. It's just something that I didn't understand. Could it be that we're spending $30 million on a country club, and then we're also going to spend monies that we don't have on improving the old Oak Ridge Golf Course, building a hockey rink which we already have in Elizabeth, Warnaco Park, I believe. We're going to build another one over. It's understood that we'll be building one at the old Oak Ridge Golf Course. Maybe if those two projects never saw the light of day, we too would have a balanced budget.